A pleasant day to you, Mom. I am Mary Mariel Shalim Hiva, and now I'll going to discuss about the steps in the marketing research process. Steps in the marketing research process. So the first step is that research need determination. The problem situation has to be assessed initially to determine if marketing research is needed at all. So, the first thing that we need to do is that we need to identify what is the problem in the situation so that we can determine if our marketing research is needed at all. So, determination is so very important in research. It is because it determines whether you will be successful in doing your marketing research in the future or not. So let's proceed into the next step. So the second step is problem or opportunity determination. So in the first step, we identify what is the problem in the situation. So here in the second step, we develop a solution to a problem so that we can explore our market opportunities and we can identify what are the needs of our customers related to that problem. So let's proceed into the third step, which is the establishment of research objectives. So the purpose of research objectives is to gather precise information to address information gaps. So if we're going to establish research objectives, the first thing that we need to do is that we need to summarize what is the purpose of our research so that our readers will understand what is our research all about. So our research objectives should appear in the introduction of our research paper at the end of our problem statement. So next is the fourth step, which is the research design determination. At this step, methods and procedures for the collection and analysis of information must be determined. So here in the fourth step, your research design will help you to ensure that your methods will match to your research aims. So that is research design determination. So there are four major types of research design. So first is the observational. So from the word from itself, observe. So the researchers here, if the researchers were going to collect a data or gather a data through observational, they will observe their participants behavior, if how they will going to behave in their natural settings. So one example of observational research design is that a scientist wants to study how the amount of water human drink affects their diet. So the researchers might choose observational data. So that is observational data all about. So another type of research design is experimental. So it includes laboratory experiments and test marketing. Results from two sets of samples are compared. So here in experimental, it uses two sets of variables, which is the independent variable and the dependent variable. So this will help you to design a controlled experiment you need. So that is experimental research design. So another types of research design is qualitative research. So it is a type of research that explores and provides deeper insights into real-world problems. So qualitative research usually answer the questions why and how's question. So example of qualitative is if there were a group of people in a room, qualitative data could describe how they feel, what they look like, what clothes they are wearing, and why they are there. So that is an example of qualitative research. So another type of research design is quantitative research. So it involves collecting data from many respondents and analyzing the results to identify trends, patterns, and correlations. So quantitative data may include the number of people in the group, their age, and etc. So example of quantitative research is the use of surveys and questionnaires. So that is quantitative research. So let's proceed into the fifth step, which is the information source or type identification. So there are two basic type of information, which is the primary information and the secondary information. So the primary information is that these are the information that comes from the person who actually made it. So this is called the first hand evidence. Well, the secondary information is uh, these are the information that was collected by someone else, so it is called second-hand evidence. So that is the difference between primary information and the secondary information. So let's proceed into the sixth step, which is the determination of data access method. So there are four ways of data access. First is the person-administered surveys. So person-administered surveys are a type of face-to-face interview that collects mainly quantitative data from a number of individuals. So next is the computer-administered surveys. So the respondents here will interact with a computer that is programmed to administer the question. Next is the self-administered surveys. So it is a technique that requires the respondent to complete the questionnaire all by himself or herself. So the respondent must answer it without an interviewer assistance. So lastly is the hybrid surveys. So hybrid survey is a various survey methods are used simultaneously. The mix of written, telephone, online based or oral surveys ensures that the largest possible target group is reached and served. So that is the four ways of data access. So let's proceed into the seventh step in making the marketing research process. So the seventh step is the data collection forms design. So there are major parts of a survey, which is the first is the introduction, second is the screening, third one is the core, and lastly is the classification of your survey. And that would be all. Thank you, and thank you for listening.